We see coming into this, pretty much everybody on a bye except the two classics, Havoc and Khalil, as they take this A main control.
Walls down, there's first contact, and KRU on the attack will answer first, and that's from the newest IGL Klaus. But quickly, we have trades going back and forth. Havoc instantly becomes the last player standing on the defensive side of Furia and has to rotate all the way from the C to A against 3 players here of KRU Visa.
A tall task for Havoc in very quick play to start off from KRU. No hesitation. They also didn't see too much util thrown back at them as they entered into A. So felt pretty good about taking that space. This one will fizzle out. One last alt point if Havoc can't just kind of deny everything here.
Does want to make a little bit of noise, though. He wants to force the hand out of KRU, who still has utility left to use that. Heat now in a new initiator role. Switching away from the duelist to be that support for Kesnet. We'll be able to group together with the rest of KRU Visa, and they'll answer first in this.
Just to gauge the pressure of the map so far, and they do realize KRU is taking this slow, waiting back on their own side of the map to start here.
The only thing that's difficult there with what Furia was doing here is that they didn't even get the turret down towards that B spawn. Which then means it's easier for KRU to rotate around if they need to, but again, you've mentioned it, Riv. They have Vandals in their arsenal working inside this A site. Usually you'd say it's easier to fight there and move forward, but Noswer is answering back with the Sheriff. Klaus missing a few, closing the gap as Noswer's dog, trying to push forward to at least try to punish Klaus, who then decides to fall back. And for KRU Visa, at least they'll plant the spike over at A.
Trying to identify where some of these guns are, if they can even get one.
Yeah, it seems a little bit far here towards the orb, but at least, just like the beginning of the round, it's a walk contact down. Wall then comes down, Noswer walking through, trying to get wall bangs, picking up that Vandal, and also a Guardian. Changing now the tides, potential for KRU to win this comeback. Door being open to try to fight and clear towards Tree, but all of KRU are holding back at the top of heaven, in the back of the site, although not planning for them, watching the angles. And the last 2 players of Furia looking to die the spike and also potentially save the Guardian or do some damage rather. And they'll catch one. That's Klaus to fall. Conan decides to not give his life away, at least to his opponents. This plant, they have a Nightfall as well.
Oh my word. Look at this lurk coming in all the way through the back. If they time this perfectly, it's big kills for Shy.
And that's going to ping all players, making it very difficult to hear anything, giving a chance for the flank to happen. Not needed as of yet. As all of KRU are dominating Furia. All 4. Seeing that initiator utility.
Yeah, I think Kesnet's given the calls. Like, I don't feel like it's safe blast packing through that. You're only entering through Tree. Now they start to separate those first holds.
What a big read. What a big fake being done. Breaking door, 1 satchel, and already all of Furia rotates out of A, making it a lot harder for them to retake the site now with only these pistols. I mean, there's a couple of stingers as well. But they can't close the gap. They can't use that weapon to their advantage. Khalil is the last player standing. At least gets one for his troubles before he falls to Klaus. Chance to flood a little bit faster. And for a lurk to happen, actually, it's going to be a full TP from Khalil over at Hobbit. They'll try to break the door and go for a double swing, but there's a lot of players of KRU Visa just on the other side. First contact will be Heat. Throws utility inside the door, and it's just beautiful there. Very hard for Furia to move out. Now Khalil on the 1v1. Elise gets 2.
Last player standing.
Now to Noswer. Latest addition to the roster. Tapping on that spike. I mean, the players are far. It's halfway. He's trying to full stick it. And Melzer just goes for the drive-by. Utility by Klaus in the end with those snake bites. Smoke coming through. What really can you do?
Waiting to crash.
Yeah. There's just so much delay.
Oh, they're gonna push. Hello.
Try to farm that up a bit. I mean, you've done the damage. You're trying to do the damage. There's just too much in terms of economy. Nice spray transfer, by the way, there for Heat. But there's just so much.
Doesn't have any control of that defensive side, right? Every angle, every peak is feeling super comfortable for KRU. And when they do find Furia members, they're just looking at the wrong angle. Here towards Tree, and a splash through the wall. See if they can make an impact on A. Furia trying with 4 now.
Things are pushing towards that baby door. Shy gets the pick. MW0 now pops up the showstopper, lands it on Klaus, and manages to stay alive here at 21 HP. 3 on 3. as Conan's trying to move in with the rest. Melzer pushing up to the staircase, getting 2 kills, holding the A site. That's back to a 1 versus 1. Conan versus Heat, looking down as Heat. Getting that pick on Conan, look at the wrong area rather. Although there's an instant rotate from 2 players of Furia just by the Hobbit door. One being damaged, forced to fall back, healing up. Lockdown, potentially in position towards the waterfall, but he's going to be alone here for Havoc. And he only has a Sheriff to defend this with.
Man, silly.
All right.
Okay,
Nosler answers back at least. That's 3 on his own, pulls out the Seekers. One of them will potentially get the team, though. As he makes it out on time, that's Khalil.
Just enough.
And Melzer.
2v2.
Both Omens alive. 1 TP coming out from Khalil. Instantly gets canceled. They have information of where Melzer's at. Nosler inside the pit of that B site. Trying to get the tap on the spike, but Chai's just watching the main. 1 versus 1. They have info. The alarm bot's there too. And now Shai's just going to play the time, but that's a nice shot. That's going to make him guess a bit. Shai's going to have to play a little bit more patiently, and now there's not enough time.
Not at all.
10-1 to the scoreline for KRU Visa. Flying away with this game. It was a heavy pressure from KRU. Yet they open the door. They're trying to create some sort of paranoia and try to pinch and push aggressively. Nice little change, what we wanted to see. Yet Klaus is doing the same on the other end. Beautiful angle held by Havoc. They finally score first in a round with a player advantage.
Into C they go. Finally stopping Klaus on the lurk.
Nice splash to allow MW0 to come out with the showstopper to connect with 2. That spike down. 1 player left alive. Melzer low HP against a full roster. And a silver lining for Furia. The end half with the flawless defensive side of KRU. So they could try to push some players back on the aggression that's attempted by Furia. But Kesnit first blood. Smelling more players on the other side of this wall and trying to chase him down. And Nosler was labor kills, but manages to get a second one at the Shai.
Quick 2v2 in the door, or 3v3 rather, and the door is open to tree.
Yeah. While all of this happens, though, I mean, Khalil gets a 1-for-1 too, but given the time for the attacker side to rotate towards a open a door, get a plant, but they're double pushing towards spawn. I'm liking this. It might catch these 2 players of KRU off guard. Just around the corner, it's Kesnit and Melzer. Scaling back up towards the staircase.
1 smoke, 1 blast pack.
But he'll isolate now. Well, he was looking to be isolated on 2 different 1v1s.
Last player standing.
As Havoc lands that shot, Melzer looking for 1 towards the back of the side. The dink is not enough.
All right.
Furia, they score the pistol round, and this might be what they needed here.
Yeah.
Breaking that dog,
Yeah.
and they'll just think, okay, he's the Killjoy player playing C site. Nice little dink at least comes out from Havoc, but they don't know about this. The other 3 players inside the smoke, and finally they do when you hear those jumps coming across. Kesnit was able to get 1 fight, and somehow Havoc still gets dropped by Melzer.
Numbers game. He said, I saw 3. They said, okay, we run. Now towards A. Shai's jumping into the Yeah, that's going to be tough.
He's done so. At least the rotates coming out from KRU.
Yep.
There's lurks around. And also, at least, when they got that pick on that C site, there was no weapon upgrades apparently available for KRU Visa.
Yeah, just a Sheriff coming down from Shai as he detected all those members now trying to get this retake. Klaus, Melzer, and Heat.
Taken out.
Should be easy now to close out the round, especially with Nosler on the Vandal. Running away to the last 2 players, realizing they can't really get the surprise
Last
factor.
player standing.
Heat went all the way back down.
Yeah.
So pick up a Sheriff.
Yeah.
See if he has it. Make that damage. Ooh. But it's clean. Pretty decent there for Furia.
And they should have numbers over towards the right side. A little bit of a reset on the defensive. We'll make it a 1-2-2. Uh-oh. Actually, the pinch to baby door here.
It was a jump spot too that spotted him and allows for him to set up with the Odin, but the flash, he gets hit by it. Still has support from Kesnit out towards the baby door. Shai now the second one trying to run through, but he gets stopped by a snake bite thrown on the attack. Still 1 more player inside. There's 20 seconds left on the clock. They're going backwards.
What are
right
they
back at the
doing?
Shai, and they fall. And there's only 2 players left with 13 seconds left. On the side of Furia, spotted
10
by the
seconds
turret.
left.
Shai playing the off angle. Trying to at least deny the plant. Nosler attempting it. Now a nice little kill by Conan. The backstab there from Shy and a 1v1 on both ends. KRU ends up getting a defuse. And they get the first round on defense.
Hey, almost
Seaside and they know. They looked at that, at what's happening on the top of the HUD. They know that
Yep.
Kesset has a showstopper. They're going to avoid that right away.
Seeker's out.
And the Seeker's out to push towards the A site. But all this spam of the Odin gives so much time here for Kesset to rotate across towards A with the showstopper ready. That reopens the door, but Shy just died towards B. An opening, an opportunity for KRU to move inside B for the plant. At least MW0 dies from the showstopper. He trying to walk forward. Khalil was trying to walk that angle, and thankfully, we didn't move too far out. There's still some players alive, but playing quite passively here. There's a potential crossfire setup of Furia out towards this A site. Khalil will be first contact. Kesset and Heat together. The Odin spray connects on to Conan. Melzer gets the kill. The trade from Kesset now, and the disadvantage is on to Furia. Back to the IGL and an LMS against Kesset. Gets the shot as well. But as he's running back, the players are closing in on the defensive side of KRU. Oh, he's going to hear so much.
Elephants.
Yeah.
Stampeding through to B. And then look at pushing spawn.
Exactly. That's where Melzer is currently waiting with the Sheriff and still connects there. Headshot into MW0. Havoc with all these footsteps heard though, he's going to engage for a backstab. And so far has a good timing. Should be an easy one here against Klaus. And he'll get info for the other two players that they're scaling back towards Heaven.
Oh, he's going for a walk.
Little walk in the park. There's that headshot. Now closing out, swarming out from the paranoia being thrown on the attack from Khalil. KRU's surprise on that first blood might be the only positive thing to get out of this round. Furia looks pretty good to close out this round. Although labored once again, Heat getting 2 kills out of that, escapes with a Vandal and a Nightfall for the next round. Yet Furia still gets the round no matter what.
6. Melzer that could start to give this info that the A collapse is good from KRU.
That Nightfall on the defense gets so much info. That's Conan to fall first.
Yeah.
A couple of them now being deafened. Still trying to hold towards rubble. There's at least Havoc that's able to slip across the defense and is trying to find a backstab. Seeker's getting info on 2 players towards B. He's being watched now. He catches it off guard. Now a TP towards upper B. Showstopper out in the attack used by MW0. Trying to clear out towards A. He trying to run across and he's able to get the contact on the first kill and finally eats the rocket from behind. In the process though, Shy, I mean all of KRU so far finding these timings. An immediate trades after losing a couple of players. Lockdown has been initiated here for Furia. So that's gonna run the clock down off that spike.
Turn out.
Melzer will have to try to open the door, try to keep the players at bay, when we'll be able to throw the paranoia, pushing them back towards A site, where MW0 just won against Melzer, and Nosra won his own 1v1 as well.
Snuffed out, and you see how tentative Furia walks up now, trying to figure out where this slew of sheriffs could be that's hiding on the other side. A lockdown? Oh, they feel like they might be too close after that goes down.
I mean, you might still be able to use it here. They just want to make sure they don't get the pressure from the staircase, and an instant trade comes out. Heat again still has his Vandal, and Kesset with the Guardian waiting for a slow lurk to happen from the B site. As he escaped though, Conan's able to get the headshot onto Melzer. Kesset going to group up with Shy and Heat. Dog coming out on the attack. Heat could not connect on the surprise kill. Attempted onto Havoc, and as he re-peeks, he gets picked. But there's the push from Kesset. The Guardian and the Sheriff. Melzer trying to push even more forward in round number 20. Gets stopped now by a boom button. Really, it's only him with a one-way smoke doing so much work anchoring the C side. So as they push back towards front B, there's 3 players from KRU Visa waiting right there for Furia. And they're denied entry.
It's one of the tough things.
Scout destroyed.
I don't know, the Sky, right? If they're going to take Mound, let's just go over that as they slowly take this. They're having trouble taking Mound there with that one-way just. You can Skybird over, but it doesn't tell you how many are there. If you haunt over, you might be able to get a ping. You might be able to play off a little more with a Prowler follow. The util game seems like it's just not working for Furia, even though Sky works, right? It's not a problem in the composition, but it does not seem like it's giving them the space that they need right now. especially losing members in the beginning. Crew opening up with more first bloods and just making it so hard for Furia to put something together.
They smoked out the turret at least to really be able to get into the site, forcing the players of Crew Visa to fall back and play the retake. And a retake with the showstopper first. It connects right at the entrance, fully blinded. There you go. The players falling down there for Furia. A dominating map, no matter B-side. Klaus walked up. There's a first contact. One by Furia. Two more instantly fall. And A-side is up for grabs on the attack now for Furia.
Wingman's gonna plant spike.
One enemy remaining.
Yowzer. Quick plant. Not much at screens that Melzer can do other than hope for a push through. And pushing out costs his life. Furia on that ult already as the Geckos are both farming.
They'll get one more.
Player standing.
It's tough. The blind fight. Who comes out on top? A little bit of a denial there. Shy gets out. Now ready to take down Klaus on the rotation too. Just a little late on that mid.
Kesnet contact, and that will allow Heat to get the pick off from Gate. And also closing in on the other end on the defense is Klaus under 2. Wingman being thrown out. 10 seconds left. Trying to find a timing to get the spike, prevent the spike from being planted. There's only one player left. Waited way too long. Oh, okay. Elise gets that pick. Nosware now in a 1 versus 2. Only a Bulldog. The Bulldog's not enough.
All right.
Towards 2. Melzer sees the tail, so avoids it. Meanwhile, there's an exchange happening towards Boiler. Control now taken by the attack side up towards Kitchen. Heat couldn't connect his shots. Melzer playing the off angle at the window. Yes, he gets the kill with the Guardian, but all of his teammates fell down in the process. There's so much by the Sheriff. And Khalil just got dropped. There's a late lurk happening on the other end, so Furia has to pick up the pace, pushing out towards the backside of the A site. Sheriffs are answering back by Crew. Nosware's alone now with that 5 HP we're mentioning. And playing it safe at the beginning of the round, still they walk in. The stack.
Playing over in my head. Another one, and here comes another flash. Another one. They continue to just outflash Furia as they retake B. Now it's got to be a retake on A.
And they pulled out the null command off Nosware's plant. But there's the lurk coming in from behind. Khalil was too far from that Killjoy turret and the alarm bot. This is a great timing, so Kesnet is just trying to play patient in the back. Easy kill for Heat because of the pulse coming out on the null command of Nosware. A 1v1 remaining, a drop on the top! But it's Khalil! Was picked up and used here by Crew Esports, and there's that thrash from behind. It gets some information, but we still have a 1-for-1 in terms of situation. Beautiful trades, now advantage for Crew. Trying to draw back in the site. Khalil trying to swing back towards the pipes, and 3 players instantly fall with the timing swing that they're trying to do for Furia. Oh, actually engaging with the thrash as well. Back towards Orange, information on 2. MW0 couldn't get the TP. He got denied there by Heat. That spike down at the same time to lurk on middle. A double push. Havoc gets the wall bang onto Klaus. Advantage for the attack side of Furia on this lower buy. Shy in the back of the site, trying to dwindle down those numbers. Even a chance for Crew Visa to come back in the site. Melzer watching that flank and rotating across, winning that one against Conan. They have 2 walls to work with too. Not needed yet,
Spike
as Shy
down
just
B.
dropped the spike carrier.
30 seconds left.
Oh, Melzer.
Was waited and greeted.
6th sense.
Now potentially this lockdown may be used. It's a 1-for-1.
Last player standing.
Now Heat, for him to decide if he wants to swing out, he does so. Now play the time. Underhand flash throw, 10 seconds left on the clock. Here's a run forward
10
from
seconds
Khalil.
left.
Tap on the spike, turns around, and lands the headshot onto Heat.
The timing. Havoc gets over, but is it for free?
The auto cue was there, but Kesnet was still waiting for a pipe's peak. Havoc wins that fight. Weakens down the A side too, especially after that shot from Conan. Pit coming out on the defense though. Paranoia keeping them at bay just to have the wingman plant towards the A site for default. And now we're comfortable playing this on the pulse plan. There's 1 Nanoswarm, 1 Snake Bite available. They can play outside towards the jail first, and there's that Nanoswarm waiting to get popped. Nobody's watching it there, so they're just going to use the timing to break it up first. Havoc just waiting. That's going to be the pick down now as Melzer falls.
Yeah.
Standing.
Yeah, nothing really to work in the favor for KRU Visa. So you see now in the screens of NW0 to get that pick.
Nasr takes one out. You see MW0 going up on top of yellow last time as Khalil gets the flank again.
Spotted by the alarm bot. He was trying to just swing out and get the surprise. Molly being thrown at the top of the kitchen. Will it blow up on time? It will. No, actually, it looks like one just got detained. Khalil, though, nonetheless, at the top of green. The tap on the spike. Heat gets the pick onto MW0. As that clock is ticking down. Heat now tapping on it, forced to stick it to at least bring in a half.
Player standing.
And Furia have a great post-plant hold. But after they drop Khalil here, they see all this utility being placed. This is an opportunity to get a plant here towards top A heaven if you want to, but instead it's at a default spot. Instantly, we try to engage for the retake for Furia. Keza gets 2 for his troubles before Nasr is becoming the last player standing, backstabbed by Melzer, and the pistol goes in favor of KRU.
3 in sight, sitting right and ready.
For his by contact play, Keza.
It's all you, Mosh.
He's not going to let Furia build that momentum off the mistake of the wingman plant that came out from the attack side of KRU Visa. Now Clouds falls, but at least the Arena ult is up and supporting KRU to get the plant. Late lurk happening, and I think this might get heard very soon by Melzer as Conan's rotating across. But Havoc still wins that fight onto Keza inside the site. Traded out by Heat, rather, sorry. As Conan and Melzer go head to head, it's a Viper diff in favor of Conan. Back to a 1v1. Natsuka mentioned that they like to fight, they were able to fight, and they're doing it. But for Heat, in this role, here's a jump across.
Out of that, so the util may be good, but sight's getting taken from Jenny here. I don't know if KRU can protect this.
Yeah, well, it's planted safe.
Oh, they can.
Yeah, definitely, with those rifles.
Yeah, that was the thing. It's planted safe. I thought it was rope plant. Nah.
That was thrown on a defense. Heat still has another flash to work with.
Goes
as
in.
finally Furia tries to go in. It's a 1-for-1, but Shai holds the angle on the top of pipes. A 2 versus 2 turning it around. Again, a disadvantage that started off for KRU Esports now becomes the advantage. Khalil now spotted, hit at the dice. There's not enough time. And KRU Visa is one to tying up the game. Once again, defensive side do have a thrash on their own. But with the lower buy, they have to come up big with the shots first with the shares. And unfortunately, though, it's Furia still losing players, losing numbers.
Yeah.
Khalil, only 1. So you're going to use those 3
Yeah.
to brute force towards the A site and try to have the lurk there because an ult command will deactivate the turret. So this is a great position for these 2 lurkers, but it's not even needed when Kezit is opening up the site like that. Finally, Shai gets caught. He gets picked, but there's still that second lurk. Meanwhile, though, Conan does have a flank timing. NW0 is now moving out. Spike has been planted at the default spot this time around for KRU to play the long range. And they know somebody could be lurking. Kezit knew, gets the headshot onto Conan. Last one to go, but now get lurked. Not
The right spot for this retake, deciding whether Kitchen or to push further by as the site hit take.
big volley. It's traded out. He gets a second one in the round. 10 seconds left. They have to move quick now. Attempt of a plant from Klaus. Lockdown being used on the defense. Mosh pit being used. Conan with the flank. There's that first shot. A wall bang onto Melzer. A headshot there on Heat to Conan. Trying to stave off the last 2 players as Havoc and Khalil are moving in. Tap on the spike from the wingman. It's a full stick and a shot from Havoc. The defuse will come in for Furia.
And again, that push up all the way on the left side, causing the pullback from Melzer. A little bit of control, and MW0 punishes one of the peaks.
Beautifully done, and TP's away to not get detained. That's a star player down. Kesnet picked. Thrash out. Fully blinded as Havoc. Still managed to somehow to take down Klaus before, but off the ropes, the rappel. Wait! Furia was so quick on that retake.
Do they use him to take the site, or they use him to defuse? Slowly moving in, Havoc tries to get in a position.
And that's Furia with it. There's that paranoia coming out, knife being thrown towards the pipes. Trying to push across the Viper's pit. Shy and Melzer are able to hold it down, and the numbers once again add
One enemy remaining.
the disadvantage for Furia. And Khalil realizes now that it's in peril. An imperative also that he saves his Vandal. But a triple swing coming out from the screens.
All about inside A now.
The biggest thing is try to take down Khalil to allow that lurk to happen, and he will fall from heat.
Down A.
That's Melzer on a rotate, but meanwhile the fight is
30
still
seconds
continuing
left.
inside A. It's open now. TP came across. Plants is safe. Conan way too far to try to help out MW0 here, who has to play the hero play. Manages to take heat down, and there's that 1v1 again. That Conan once again wins against Melzer. It's up to Shy alone, denied by MW. Towards B, but you once again have Melzer on the late lurk from A side, and it's being watched by Nosler if you pay attention to that radar. Meanwhile, though, we're trying to move back from Furia on the retake towards B, and that flank has now been eliminated. Melzer falls again. Numbers are an advantage for Furia as they have 3 players left to take down and a defuse on their side to push us to a third map. Wingman will start the defuse. Nanoswarms are being thrown as well. Havoc gets the peek onto Heat, and it's a full defuse coming through as all of Crew falls, and Furia will push this over to Breeze.
Run them around the map, but they'll still be there when... As the wall goes towards A, a little focus towards elbow, and yeah, the push.
Flash push, Havoc first blood, Melzer falls, Keston trying to answer back.
Wait a
The
minute.
other one's in the
Wait.
drone! He's in the drone! And they both fall. Okay, well,
head B.
we talked about shenanigans on Ice Bars. We're gonna right away here pistol round on Breeze. All the 3 remaining players of Furia at least make it inside an open B site for a plant.
Planted.
Retake, the push, really the push up? MW Zera, so risky.
He needed to make plays. Now long range, it's still won by Conan as he has a sheriff in his own hands. A 2 versus 2.
Enemy remaining.
Landing all shots onto Heat as well, leaving Keston alone. Ghosts on a 1 versus 2. Both players with shares, both playing together. And only 1 shot needed from Conan, so they save and salvage what happened on the A side.
Pull something funky, but it's not going to be the case. Should be an easy plant towards A. And Crew, they have a really good opportunity with this comp. I mean, both comps are the same, but to play those retakes if they're using Klaus's util right? They know they're going to have to watch Halls after this round. The defense is a little separated because of the low buy, but they could really start to set this up where they're getting those retakes like they were trying to do on Furia towards Icebox.
Caution
Yeah.
here.
At least you have that min-maxing, right? You look at those players remaining from Crew. They don't have any armor. They probably anticipated an outlaw coming out from NW0 in the second round. And the ZR continuing to try to farm more kills. Cloud's getting a right click. Dink. But it's, once again, NW0 just holding W, trying to use this as cannon fodder and just trying to build up the Bladestorm ASAP. Last 2 just holding outside of the doors. Now spotted double swing. Shy gets the pick and will dot his spike.
Down and done. 4 stay alive.
Grabbing 1. They're once again still saving this knife because looks like they're trying to repivot towards B.
Oh, knife and dart down, and MW0 gets a kill there. Yeah, look how fast they turn back to the right, knowing this util window is open. Oh, Melzer closes it.
Strike down
That's a clean
A.
shot.
That is so clean. Still waiting, pushed up as well. Heat 1 HP.
Still gets 1. Decayed a bit from that wall and also staying away from the radius thrown by Havoc. And still survives, jumping away from bricks. Keston, meanwhile, it gets rid of the lurker. Khalil falls, and really nothing working in favor of Furia until the shot comes in from Havoc.
Smart.
Previous round, dash is already activated. We're trying to hit this quick. W0 though being hit, melting down, being corroded by the snake bite. Low HP at 44 and still gets the pick onto Melzer. Meanwhile though, Shy is trying to hold the back of the site, half wall, 1 for 1. Plaid now engaged and placed. It's in the favor of Furia right now on this player advantage. Al Jong trying to clear out the front of Berlin, back in the front of the site. It does get the ping onto 1 player, and that's NW0 trying to rotate back. But a wall comes up to survive and to save him. He's now pinned and hides in the corner, still gets a pick before he finally falls. A 2 versus 2 make that now Heat alone. Knows that Conan's towards main, but has no information on Havoc. Flash now being thrown towards the front. Now finally sees him. Look at them playing the protocols, playing the time in their favor. As I say that, Havoc jumps up and gets picked. Tap on that spike. Conan now could play the time. Gonna be difficult for Heat. Gets that pick, but the time will be close. No, he won't at all.
Don't cut the wrong wire! Done. He knew it.
He did.
He knew it. He said, I just don't want to feel, I don't know, don't let it hit me.
Stronger buy. Will get a plant.
Oh. Yeah, nicely taking control of backside here. Repositioning the plant for safety. Good amount of ultimates here for Furia to use in the rounds to come. A null command is there. You're not going to reach Nasra with that if it comes time in the site. And Furia seem to have a really good idea of where they want to go, how they want to read it. The two flanks they've been having, which was MW Zera and Halls and Khalil working around the map, haven't really been totally figured out by KRU. So Furia can keep doing that. No elbow plays yet from Furia. Still can flex into that. Really just working fundamentals on this. Oh. That's a beautiful picture of Shy that MW Zera just drew. I gotta say. I gotta say. All right, we'll finish this one out. There's a shot from Kesnet. And they will go down. KRU falls. Furia pick up.
See how it's passively played here towards that spawn side. That there's only 2 players left inside the B site to try to detain. They are able to do that until Melzer gets dropped by Nosworth's Hunter's Fury. Klaus now slightly flash, big camera up, couldn't contact that kill. Now Shy's gonna try to rotate across, sees the top of the helm of Havoc, drops the spike here. Nice second headshot there onto Conan. Spike now being dropped, he runs that clock down, given a chance for the rotate of Heat. Kezet still moving up with that operator outside the nest and that camera. Both of them looked up and smiled here for Furia. Walking together towards the back of the site.
30
Shy's
seconds
waiting.
left.
The step.
Wide swing, shock dart, 4 HP remaining, but he has support there from Heat in the back of the arches. Nosworth decides otherwise.
Little jiggle feet. Shy's keeping himself safe. Oh, audio cue. Kesnet peering down the sights.
10
I mean, they're
seconds
okay
left.
here. For KRU,
Yeah.
Visa, just hold it back. There's no way that Nosworth could win this. Either on kills or...
With this low buy, and Kesnet with the op mid. Nice find, though. That is a good start. Okay.
Good start, you're saying, for KRU.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, nice little shot there by Klaus just to make sure that he protects Kesnet as he's trying to walk back in. Every type of angles that you're trying to push solo here for Furia to try to create some space with the lower buy that you have has been denied by KRU so far. Shy might get caught, leans out, there's some damage done, support from Klaus. That's actually pretty good. So far, Klaus has saved 2 of his players when they're being pressured at this point. So at least the fundamentals of being closer to trade is actually quite nice for KRU Visa so far.
Standing ahead.
Slow play. They're going to leave Kesnet by himself for now. Easy escape there. Op shot towards mid with protection on B main. So this is a
30
good
seconds
lean
left.
focus here from KRU with the knowledge they have. Able to quickly snap down onto A site. If the Heat can stay alive in this one, they have a good chance of just stalling out double door.
Yeah.
1 enemy remaining.
At least one.
Yeah,
And
that's the
clean
trade they
shot.
needed.
Very nice one for KRU Visa so far. And then you could be very
Spike
aggressive here
planted.
for KRU on the retake, but
Welcome
will
to
they
my
have...
world.
Unlucky there. Shy went on a rotate across, got picked off by Khalil. The hat gets the information that the rotate's coming all the way from spawn from KRU Visa, which means they don't have to worry about any type of flank at all. All of the focus could be towards the halls with the late lurk potentially coming out from Khalil. Here comes the attempt of KRU. Trying to fight back towards the back of this Viper wall.
Oh my-
Nice
no
shot
way.
by Kesnet to drop Khalil though. Melzer gets that pick. Now maybe the ults might be coming forward. There is that null command out on the defense. Aldro to look inside that pit. That clock is ticking. They have to act quick. Beautiful underhand flash. Now you're sticking on that spike. There's only 1 left to go. It's Nosworth who gets all of the kills. How does he land that? Smart way to play it now for Furia.
Oh.
They'll open the door, and that's going to add a lot of pressure for Heat. Thankfully, there's a one-way here to help him out. And there's that first contact. Nobody to trade off, so this gives a chance here for Heat to run that clock down. Slow players down, updraft, second kill coming through. Off shot from Kesnet to get that pick. Blade Storm now activated from Kesnet, who's trying to watch it from the spawn. Melzer staying inside the pit, but the spike is down with 17 seconds left. There's a garden kill, allowing a chance for us to pick up the spike if we can. As a hat comes out, infos on the last players. Up shot missed, trying to get in for a plant. The tap comes in. 5 seconds left. A shot gets the pick on the Noswar and Kesnet keeps running it down. And allows KRU to time the game. On A. Yep. Late alert from Conan. Here's the rotate. Is this KO? Heat holding it down towards Castle. Melzer playing it aggressively. Shy getting the pick onto Conan. Melzer able to fall back as he was trying to use his own orb as a extra obstacle to try to get one pick before he falls back, but he'll play the numbers.
Just bounding around, getting back into position. MWZera playing some mind games, getting people to look his direction. Kesnet's ready.
Very ready.
30 seconds left.
Up dropping, dashing away, baiting it out for a shot to get the pick. And MWZera was trying to create a diversion towards those halls. Really gets picked in the end.
Hold up, we're very fast. It's tough to be very fast with the operator when they're moving that quick. Plant goes through, Heat starts us off, first blood.
Counter Hunter's Fury, nice flick coming through from Kesnet for that kill. Klaus meanwhile gets a Hunter's Fury kill onto Havoc. 2 players at a disadvantage for Furia, but it's Noswar. He's been and come a clutch before, instantly gets denied. Dashboard, Kesnet is going for it. He does not want to give a chance here for Furia to really set up, but MWZera is the one alive. Dash away, snake put on the ground, one hit on the spike, up drop on the top, but couldn't connect on the shots. KRU Visa will get the defuse and also the lead ending the half, 7-5.
What a start from towards the door. Oh, wow. They're so close. They're knocking on the front door, and they're going to be right in Furia's face. What?
How? Doesn't matter yet. Heat answering back with 2 of his own. As Shy is trying to move forward, catches to rotate. MWZera, that's falls. Now you hear the footsteps of Khalil running around this B site, and they definitely know with the rotate coming back from spawn that the A site is now open.
Eyes in the sky. They'll be able to see exactly where KRU's going when they get back into sight. It may count for 1 if they can get this cam to count. Good lurk here from Klaus. Could just throw this all up in the air, but the lurk is through halls.
Yeah, camera just spotted there, Shy. And they haven't broken it down, but there's that lurk from behind. Havoc pushing all the way down. At 12 HP, is gonna fight against the other KO. Heat at 26. So the important fights inside the site. Khalil wins it. Turns around.
Wow.
And Havoc finds the timing to allow Furia to get the...
Hear anything from Elbow, but they're faced with an outlaw right now. That's the back of Klaus to start.
Enemy kill.
Easy shots. Beautiful assists coming out from Havoc. That knife just scattered KRU, trying to just anchor up towards the A site shot.
Slow reload, knows they have to back up. Little window taken there by Melzer, but not much space to be gained.
Yeah, and even Melzer's running up without really waiting for Kesnet, who's moving up with him. He has a sheriff to work with.
Enemy remaining.
And now he has a sheriff to work with against a whole roster. Makes that work, but instantly gets stopped by MWZera.
Made on the rope. Trying to play mind games as they go through mid, and it's not playing with Khalil at all.
And that dart actually just pinged both of them inside the site. Beautiful flash from Havoc, gets traded out.
Spike down A.
And Noswar pinging a few players in the front of the site, doesn't put into account Melzer, that almost punished him. But there is that push forward from Heat on the other side by Orange. You convert now, or at least you're able to win your gun round.
Plaguing you. All right, towards A. No, that timing was wild.
Ooh,
saw the elbow.
Yep.
Here.
Not shy about that shot.
At all.
Instantly taking him down, and again, they hit the crux. Furia is in pain.
And again, that's the best weapon, the best chance that they had here for Furia to try to get some sort of breathing room to rotate and retake the A site. That would have given an extra weapon in the hands of one of the defenders of Furia. Now Shy watches the flank. Yeah, it's a long-range battle. doesn't get damaged that much, while Noswer decides to fall back instead. And you see here Kesnet walking out towards mid, trying to prevent here the defenders of saving the operator. And as the orb comes down, and there you go, they pinched in from the back. Now towards the top, Shy makes some noise, he gets dinked, falls back, and his teammates there to help. That's Heat with the last kill. Haljon then comes back, but that's a ruse. Wall came up too, and it might get pulled back down as soon as they get the line. Meanwhile, though, you mentioned that push coming out from middle to A site. But there you go, he's by himself in the vet. That's Spike down. Although at least Melzer is able to get that pick onto Havoc. Players are falling down, hats are being thrown, and now they'll realize that Spike is up to grabs quite easily. The backstab after onto MW0.
Yep.
Last player now spotted at mid double doors, or the A-Hall's doors rather, and that becomes a clean round.
Those positions if they do decide to lean.
And he's trying to play behind the defensive Viper wall too to try to catch some players off guard. Now there's the damage, and Bowser connects. He does get one, but Conan was right there for the trade. Weapon advantage, still in favor of KRU. Pushing back towards the A side as we have that late lurk, or the forward position of Shy, all the way up towards A halls. Drone clears out at least up to bricks. Doesn't spot anything as they see that recon dart being thrown by Noswer out towards the A site. They'll choose otherwise now for KRU. Pivoting back towards B.
And watching behind him already. Noswer has to be afraid of the back. They have to be afraid of door.
30
Out in the middle of
seconds
nowhere is Khalil, hoping to find a shot with nobody looking at him.
Oh, they weren't looking, but at least he gets the third one.
Got the caboose. Into B they go. This lurk, this
So important, though.
Kingpin's going to be big from Shy.
Not anymore after that kill.
Oh, yeah.
So the hat was thrown out. Shy's position's actually in danger. Cage comes up, Conan falls. Meanwhile, just by the elbow, and as the cage comes down, Shy stayed inside it the whole time, and Noswer wasn't ready. Khalil now becomes the last player standing. And also now falls with the rest of his teammates. And they get the player advantage. Grouping up all together, needing Klaus to move in with the recon dart. So they execute as a full team inside B. Hunter's Fury out now on the attack. Meanwhile, Kesnet does get the pick. Klaus trying to find some information with, and cancels out the ult, thinking somebody's pushing out towards the elbow. Khalil gets the wallbang though onto Kesnet. Null command being pushed up by Havoc. They do have lore weapons, only 2 Guardians and a Bulldog in their hands. Spike now going down, the 3 versus 3. KRU now forced to stay inside the site. Khalil gives some hope for Furia, as it's up to Klaus and Heat. Under attack, pushing through. Heat comes around the corner. Now up to Conan, picked off, as KRU will finally seal the deal and win the series against Furia.